What's up YouTube, it's called D4Man221 and I just fought this Napoleon Total War battle. The rules were approximately 5 skirmishers, no set on range, 2 artillery, no fixed, and he had to be a minor nation such as Spain won't include minor, but Denmark, I'm Denmark, he's Portugal. And so his YouTube name is PBJT566. Obviously, I'm Call of Duty 4-man, and so this is a pretty interesting map, I think. What's interesting is that he deployed his artillery on this side, so I think his deployment zone was around here. And so I'm sending my light dragoons in to try to chase off his skirmishers, but I was about at this vantage point when I realized that these guys were behind these stakes and they're pouring massive fire on my dragoons here. But luckily we were in the woods, which gave us some sort of cover, I think. Meanwhile, I'm moving all my troops trying to get them on the hill. And my cavalry is basically a distraction force, so I bypass these guys who are still popping shots at us, and I go right for these guys. Unfortunately, we hit some stakes, but there were trees right here stopping their stakes, so we just broke through that opening. That was pretty lucky. Does it work? Cinematics kind of laggy. He does have 2 Portuguese cavalry units hidden here, and so I'm gonna attack this unit. This is what I'm thinking right now. And okay, let's look at this. Hold on, slow-mo it. So what he's doing is Brian, GF Brian. That's his Steam name. He's marching all his troops and gonna try to form them down here on this side and this side. And this was a good idea to do both sides. But as you can just see, lots of his guys are getting mowed down. So he's gonna try to come up, and I'm gonna move on to the hill. Here's when he springs his Portuguese cav. But what he doesn't know is that I have these guys who were hidden in the woods. These are lifeguard of horse, and these guys are amazing. And so the cavalry's battling over there. His troops are continuing to cross on the stream here, and I'm going right for his guys here. So it's not that I thought my light dragoons were dead because they had like 25 guys, and they're actually going to hold out against these pretty successfully. We break right through the stakes here, only lost 1 or 2 horses on the stakes, and then we got shot up a little bit. Now I'm going to bring these guys in to finish off his cavalry. They're going to do a rear strike. Meanwhile, I've detached part of my force to Norwegian ski troops, and then a bunch of I got 2 lifeguards here and a line infantry. The troops that were running were my other troops. So this looks pretty cool. I did first person for the first time today on this. That looks actually pretty sick. And my guys actually hit some Portuguese troops here. We can't do that in replays. So I'm moving up all my forces now. I've got guys that I'm moving to the flanks, and some of my guys in the middle just couldn't handle all this fire. So these Portuguese are shooting themselves in the back, each other in the back. I brought up my general and tried to help my troops out, and I'm repositioning my troops on the flanks. And it's just going to be devastating. I was actually watching this battle from this angle. Like, I'm gonna look at my guys line up here. Look at that. Let's see right here. Look at all those guys falling. Actually, there's so many Portuguese there, it's kind of hard to see. And then we've got these guys shooting at them on this side. So it's like in Rome Total War when you would have a phalanx, and then you would have a phalanx, and then you would bottle them up on the river. And his artillery's still here, but my cavalry finally won that duel against those 2. And it's starting to turn in my favor. And so as you can see, his troops just routed there.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest
And
awhile.
his cannons, I think, hit some of my troops here. I'm not sure. So his troops are starting to fall back. I'm just gonna keep it on fast forward right now. So this is basically a river battle. I don't know. I mean, it was a battle of the crossings, and I tried putting my troops in the crossing here, as you'll see in a couple seconds. Actually, I'm pulling up my troops right now, and it's actually, you can't really even line them up effectively. These guys are facing the wrong way. His grenadiers. So he's gonna bring up his troops, and I just happen to have my lifeguard here. Well, one of my lifeguards. It's kind of random. I set him up, so I lined up here in first person and saw my guys. Just these guys are gonna get slaughtered.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest.
And me just drop them. So definitely lots and lots of dead Portuguese, especially by that hill line over there. I brought my troops even closer to start shooting at these guys. I've lost all my Norwegian ski troops, and that guy just flipped over there. He's like narrowly in the water. They look kind of like Jaegers. I don't know why I was Denmark. I think they're kind of cool. I love this, the way these lifeguard look. They're all wearing yellow and pretty awesome. So I'm gonna take out these cannons. They're undeployed, or they're deployed, but they're shooting into the rock. And then my cannons probably didn't do so well. I mean, I tried positioning them and stuff, but for some reason they always glitch, and I lose my cannons. Like 2 of these cannons are just sitting here, and they could be firing. They've not taken any losses, but it might be. I don't know. It's kind of like a glitch where we've got extra men at the cannons. It's weird. I'm telling my cannons to target that, but I think it's out of range. Let's back up into fast forward. So my cavalry came in here, killed some more of these guys, but then I'm like, tell my cavalry to get out of there. They don't deserve to die. So I'm trying to get them out of there, but these guys are fresh and these guys are exhausted, and I'm bringing my troops up to support, but they're not gonna make it, unfortunately. And his Tiralors, however you want to call those guys, are over there. So they come and rout my cavalry, and he's got a line infantry unit. This is gonna be brilliant. So I want to show you this. Like, so I'm bringing my units over, and I form into squares, like these double squares. And then he's like, you know what? And this is the difference between an Empire and a Napoleon player. An Empire, they don't shoot your horses down from 20 yards away. So these guys just got dropped pretty bad. And my guys, that was just brutal. You know, you're in your square. So I tell these guys to move up into firing range, bringing up my ski troops. I was gonna take some more shots. So I'm looking at this right now, and I click on my guys, and I'm like, get into a square. So at the very last second, they get into a square, and look at all these horses that just flew up. And then all my guys in the middle got like somehow decked imaginarily. And my guys just jab these horses. So I love the effects of this game. Like, there's all this smoke around here. There's even smoke in the tree line of where my troops were firing. So I didn't really care that I might have killed a couple of these guys. There was a point to kill the cab. And then I'm trying to do this again. And I'm waiting for my guys to fire. But they were a second away, and he charges in. Like, I pull him into a square at the last second. You can see how I got my flag standing there. But these guys don't care. Their comrades are in front of them. And they're just shooting them really bad over here. And then his last infantry unit routs, and so do these guys, just because they've lost the battle. Let's get to the results, and then we'll end the nice little video I made for you. These guys are still shooting. Okay, it was a close battle on the results, but I don't think it was that much. I killed 800 of his troops out of 1,600, and he lost more than he lost. Let's get my kills. 105 from my lifeguard, 94 from my lifeguard horse, 86. These guys are bosses. And my artillery killed 2 and 1 soldier. That's very nice. Yeah, okay. This is called 4-Man 2-2-1 signing off. Hope you enjoyed this multiplayer game thing of Denmark versus Portugal, and I'm signing off.